Good morning, Solid Steppers and Tech the Titans 2.0. This is Miss Ward coming to you from I-10. Yes, I am. I am currently leaving the West Coast, the Panhandle, headed over to Gainesville. Got some jobs to knock out there today. Looking forward to that. Never a dull moment, man. It's been an exciting week. I am so happy I made it through it. You know, sometimes you got to reflect back on your week and on your day and look at your growth and give yourself a pat on the back. Because guess what? I know some things now that I didn't know last week this time. And I'm happy for it. Improvements for my person, as a, for me as a person, personally and professionally and in my skill set. Definitely enjoying the sales system opportunities here. And just planning for the future, and holding myself accountable, looking at what areas I can work on. Like prime example, I'm really pushing sales systems. Guys need to make sure you check out the TMM class today at noon. You guys need to sign up for TMM, Tom, Mary, for y'all that don't understand the Southern accent. TMM Academics. They have great classes. They have a library full of videos that explain and break down. And the thing about it is, it's something you can pay for monthly on a budget. People always ask me about training, but you have to be disciplined enough to find the resources that you can afford and to build out your wheelhouse, and get your skill set together. Because the thing I like about the way that Brandon and Richard instruct is they take the time, they have these lectures, they have the pictorials, they have all the things you need as a tech to go to the next level. I am always going back and doing refresher courses with them. I'm always going back and looking at the things they've gone over in the past, and now of course it makes more sense because I'm in the field. And I think that's another thing. You guys got to get boots on the ground. You got to get some exposure, so when you're taking the courses you really understand. You can get studied up all day long, but until you boots on the ground in a customer's house under that stress and that drama, I'm trying to tell you. Because you got customers that want to talk you to death while you working. They don't mean no harm. It's just, half of them, you probably the only person they seen in the last 6 months, just to tell the truth. But the reality is you still have to be able to maintain your professionalism, have a sense of humor, and focus on the task at hand. A lot of times when I go into a customer's home personally, I am so laser focused and I get right to it. A lot of people are in shock, which I don't really understand, because if you go to do a job, you're supposed to be there to work. How are you not going to make a mistake if you're not laser focused on what you're doing? Which is why my company's called Laser Appliance Repair. All my companies basically have the name laser in them, because that's what it's about. You cannot be excellent if you do not have laser focus. Because the thing you think you got, life has a way of showing now you don't have this, you thought you had it. So you should always be improving and expanding your skill set mentally, spiritually, physically, and otherwise. I'm a big proponent of the knees over toes guy. He's this guy. I love him to death. You guys should check out his videos. And, I'm always working on those areas. When we're in customers' homes, working on dishwashers, refrigerators, you got to get on that floor and get up. And the thing I love about knees over toes, he has great exercises that helps you with that. But that goes back to discipline. There's nothing you're going to do and get it overnight. And the fact that people think that you can do something and get it overnight or see improvement, it's hilarious to me. Sometimes you just got to isolate yourself and go forward. And let me explain something. That's why meditation and having control of your emotions and your mental ability to withstand the BS. It's a lot of us are in environments where we can't go to ourselves. We have the distractions everywhere. That's why you should think about meditation and things like that. Because as soon as you learn how to really, the hell, man, see what I'm saying? I'm trying to drive stuff. Look, these the animal move, y'all. We ain't gonna even talk about the deers that be jumping out here, because they really do. Jumping out on I-10 like it ain't a highway. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, distraction. That's what I mean. Squirrel. You know, you really are going to have to find a way, and that's the best way. Let me tell you something. The best way you become good at anything is being able to have the discipline to get it done no matter what, and to have that kind of focus, because you're going to drop the ball several times. The mere fact you think you're going to carry it to the goal off the rip, you know, I'm sorry, you don't have those natural abilities. Some people are born with them, and even those people who are born with them will tell you they could have been better if they really didn't take the gift for granted. And I think that's a lot of times people think that because they can put a lid switch on or change a fuse in a microwave, they think they're a technician. No, you're not a technician. You follow me? That just happened to be the issue at that time. You know, you have not lived until you thought you diagnosed it properly and got there and you didn't. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And all these people out here saying that they don't have those problems, they had them at one point in their life. There's no way they dropped out the womb with a tool set and schematics ability and refrigeration skills. No way. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, I've watched people mature. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. You know, I have an automotive background, and this is a young man by the name of Brandon. I love him to death. I used to work with him at a place called Napleton, Chrysler Dodge. I used to manage all the fleet and commercial accounts as far as in the service side. So I would be there on the night shift sometime back in the day, and I would be dealing with all these big, you know how you see these Accord trucks and all these trucks that deal with trees, and they got cranes on them. You know, we'd be doing all the repairs and stuff on those, and I would be managing the shop and the techs that did it. I watched this kid go from a porter to like a top grade Mopar, Chrysler, Fiat, Mercedes tech. And when I say that, anybody that know anything about automotive is just like damn appliance repair. You look at a Kenmore, it could be an LG, it could be a Whirlpool. Well, when you look at, you know, some of these newer Chryslers, when Chrysler went from, you know, because they went from Chrysler and then they went, they had a relationship with Mercedes, which is where you see the crossover and those type of vehicles that have the Mercedes tinge. And then as of late, they're Fiat, Chrysler, Alfa Romeo. So, you know, those guys are under that umbrella. And that's why you'll see with Dodge how Ram became its own line. Like, they separated from the cars. So now everything is a Ram 1500, Ram. So at the end of the day, all manufacturers of all products in the back end, they're connected. I mean, you look at Ford, you got Ford, Jaguar, Volvo, same wheelhouse, and of course Land Rover. Most people don't realize that. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is I watched this kid go from being a porter, great attitude. I just watched him buy his first house. He got a boat. You know, he's getting married, and he's just always been that kid, just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. And when I tell you this boy came from nothing, I mean, nothing. I mean, nothing. I'm so proud of him. And I have stories like that throughout my life, which is why I love my background, because I had an opportunity to watch young men and women grow into phenomenal adults and to shake off where they came from to walk into where they are. And it was sheer work, effort, and consistency. I'm telling you, I watched these people go through hard knocks and have challenges of family and life, and these young people just really matured into great people, and I'm so proud of them. I'm actually very proud to know them. And I have several stories like that. You know, I got one of my guys, Romeo. He used to be my assistant, and he was this cutest guy with dreads, and he was always had the greatest personality, and I was the roughest boss on him. But I used to be so hard on him because I saw so much in him. This kid was he just came out the womb right, you know, and I knew he had challenges, but he never let them affect where he was going. And, you know, as of late, he had a couple, but this kid is just, everybody goes to bat for this guy because he's that guy. And that's what I'm telling y'all. You gotta make sure that you surround yourself with people who are about you, who want to not only see you win and who support you no matter what. And then you got to be respectful enough to understand who they are and honor and respect them, because you never know, man. The same people you see going up is the same people you're going to see coming down. These are all the reasons why I spend so much time by myself. There was a time in my life where I couldn't spend time by myself. You know what I mean? I couldn't. I didn't even know I didn't want to be alone. You know, tolerating situations I see because I didn't want to be by myself. Anybody say they ain't had them experiences, they lying. This is why y'all love me, because I keep it 100. You know, I'm having real life conversations because unfortunately, people have a fear of transparency. We all struggle. We all have choices. I'm just happy that at this point, you know, I'm very clear about what my kryptonite is. I understand my weaknesses. I understand my vices. I understand where they come from. And my goal is to go back and take care of the source so I can get rid of the symptoms. You hear me? At the end of the day, we all got journeys. But the mere fact that you are 6 feet above ground today, you have an opportunity to make a better decision, a better choice in life, and a better choice for your future. Dang, I couldn't have said that better myself. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. And remember, don't stop. I got you. Be blessed. This Ward signing off.